let's derive the formula for the derivative of arc cosine x. Another notation for this inverse cosine, we could put this negative here. This is not 1 over cosine x. It's arc cosine x, inverse of the cosine. First, let y equals arc cosine x. X is in the interval -1 to 1. So, since they are inverse functions, x is cosine y. Then we do the square on both sides times -1 and add 1 on both sides. You see here is sine square. Then we do the square root on both sides. We get the sine y. So sine y is positive negative. This square root 1 minus x squared. Next, since x is in the interval -1 to 1, we know for y, the lower bound is 0, upper bound is pi, and the sine y is not negative. So we eliminate this negative. We could run the Python code. You see, input is -1 to 1. The output is from 0 to pi. And for the sine function, input 0 to pi, output will not be negative. That's why we eliminate this negative. So we write here. So from the 1, we know x equals cosine y. Then we do the derivative. Here, x is the output, y is input. So dx dy is negative sine y. Then we flip over dy dx. That's why here is negative, this 1 over that. So now we could replace sine y by this square root. We could get dy over dx, that means arc cosine prime, this formula is -1 over this square root.